Uh, the whole Republic and the diaspora, summons were issued to Pastor Ezekiel to come to Senate. He has come to Senate. There are ongoing court matters that gag him from talking about the matters in court. But this is not the matters in court. These are an inquiry of Parliament which allows him to talk why he has been summoned here and what probably he will tell the Senate. It is his day, but before that, we'll have Pastor Mwiri to lay the basis on why Pastor is here. Then Pastor Ezekiel will address the media.
This day, the 13th day, Friday, October 2023, we are here with Pastor Ezekiel because he has been summoned by the Senate to come and explain himself on certain issues. And since I am the spiritual father to Pastor Ezekiel, it was important and imperative for me to be with him, as I have been with him even from when troubles and all other persecutions started. Our coming here today is a depiction and a confirmation that we are law-abiding citizens. From when these things came up until today, we have been complying with everything that the government has put forward that it should be complied with. So we're here to say that Pastor Ezekiel will always abide with the requirements of the Constitution. We are praying for this nation. We are praying for the government. We are praying for the light of the gospel to be shed to all and sundry. In fact, we are not bitter. We are here just to tell the whole world who Pastor Ezekiel is, what kind of doctrine he stands for. And by the end of it all, our prayer is people will come to the light of the gospel and people will love God more than they have done before. And we are here with the legal team so that any other legal issue arising, they will be there to enlighten the Senate committee, the nation, and everybody who cares to hear about who Pastor Ezekiel is. Thank you.
Let us hear from Pastor Ezekiel. Okay.
I am Pastor Ezekiel. Bishop Oro is my spiritual father. Just as he has stated, he has been with me since I got born again and since the conception of the ministry. And he has been there ever since till now. We know about the stories everywhere, but what is important is the cross. Such a thing of this magnitude has never happened in our country, not even to the church. And this is the only time that the church can defend the cross. It is not about me, it is about the gospel. And today is a day that we talk about what happened and the future of the gospel. So just as my father said, he has talked much, but if I try to say more beyond that, I might repeat myself or say something contrary. But it is about the cross, it is about the gospel. There is a generation waiting for us tomorrow. Whatever we do now will guide them into the future. Let us wait for the truth in the Senate, and the truth shall set us free. That is my position.
Kaberi will phrase one or two issues that I'd like you to come.
We've come here to escort our client to the Senate in compliance and obedience to the summons that were sent to him, where he's supposed to appear and shed light on several facets of what the Senate ad hoc committee that was formed is investigating about. There are thematic areas that the Senate wants to find out from Pastor Ezekiel, and more particularly the issue to do with this church, the source of funding, when it was started, the source of funding, how they received their funds, the TV station that it also forms part of the issues that are before the court, and his views on the regulation of religious organizations and the gaps that are apparent in the law governing religious institutions. So those are some of the thematic areas that the Senate ad hoc committee wants to find out, and we are armed with the law, of course, to tell the Senate of how this rollout of the religious institutions run. And what we want to inform the Senate is that the New Life Church and Prayer Center is a registered society, is a church where the membership are drawn from all over, and the pastor here is just the head of that whole congregation, and that is what we want to tell the Senate, that there is no way that this church, Pastor Ezekiel's church, is connected with the Pastor Mackenzie and any other issues that have been happening which are criminal in nature, where the church has been painted in bad light. So that is why we're getting in to tell them that this New Life Church and Prayer Center is a church that follows the law, is a church for all, and is a church that welcomes people of all, cadre and gender to get there to do their worship. So apart from those issues, thematic areas that they want, there is also a gap, an opening, where they said that we have to explain any other issue that we feel is important in governance of the church and regulation of society. So we are armed with that, of course, and this is what we're going to tell the Senate on how best the regulations and laws that are enacted in Parliament can be able to give a generation after generation, so that we don't look at the church as it is now, but we look at the church 100, 200, 300 years to come. That is what we are going to do in there, and explain ourselves as to how we know it and as to the law that is prevalent. Thank you.
Well, as you might be well aware, Pastor Ezekiel has been facing a number of legal challenges in court. This began sometime in the month of April 2023. And of course, you will appreciate that there were concerns about his association, if at all, with one Pastor Mackenzie. And so far, as we are well aware, there has been a distinction that has been drawn to demonstrate beyond peradventure that indeed Pastor Ezekiel operates as an independent unit, totally disjointed from the operations of Pastor Ezekiel, who is the founder of New Life Prayer Center and Church. So there has been a number of litigations, particularly the miscellaneous application that was filed in Shanzu. Consequently, we had a petition that was filed before the High Court, before my Lady Justice Olga Sewe in Mombasa, where we got some orders that restrained the police officers or the state in its totality from interfering with the prayer sessions as conducted at the New Life Prayer Center and Church Ministry in Kilifi. Then subsequently, we've been having a number of cases, including a petition that we filed in Nairobi, where we sought the reinstatement of the frequency belonging to the World Evangelism TV. Now, as you might be also aware, because these are matters in the public domain, the case was transferred in Mombasa, and then subsequently it had its death, the death of that case, due to an appeal that was filed at the Multimedia Tribunal. Then subsequently, as you might be also aware, is that we had the reinstatement of the World Evangelism TV that made consequently the cases that we had filed before court picayune or of no value at all, leading to their withdrawal.
A long-awaited opportunity for Pastor Ezekiel to be able to appear in public in relation to this matter. An amazing moment whereby he can be able to explain and answer questions regarding his church and its activities. A lot has been said. Good, bad, whatever has been said. Today, when they ask those questions, today the answers shall come about. I can say, Pastor is an amazing person. He has an amazing crowd, an amazing group of followers. This by itself brings problems to very many other people. Not because he intends to do so, but because of his good deeds. And when you do good deeds, people follow you. People believe in you. People trust in you. All the doubts, all the mudslinging today shall end. The opportunity has risen and we shall take advantage of it. That is what I can say.
Ombok Odero, the country seen Pastor Ezekiel Odero, Pastor Mackenzie of Shakahola. Today in the Senate, Pastor Mackenzie of Shakahola will be in the Senate. The two, the media should capture the difference between Pastor Ezekiel and Pastor Mackenzie. Summons have been issued for Pastor Mackenzie to be summoned to be in Senate today. The Kaya elders, where the church of Pastor Mackenzie is situated and where his church is not situated, will also be in the Senate. The DCI and the IG will also be in the Senate. So today is a big day, as Pastor Muiru puts it, that today is a big day. All the stakeholders, those real actors in Shakahola, those actors like Pastor Ezekiel being dragged there, and yet he has nothing to do with Shakahola, have their day, and Kenyans to see the difference. So that is what we are going to do, and we will be able to distinguish Pastor Ezekiel from Pastor Mackenzie. That has been the issues that has led Pastor Ezekiel to face this journey. So we will keep everybody posted. You'll also ask Pastor Mackenzie. You'll also ask those Kaya elders. You'll also ask the DCI their version of the story, whether there is any evidence. I said Pastor is as clean, as white as his clothes. Pastor is as clean, as white as his clothes. He's religious and honest to his God as his Bible. And that is why he has come to clear his name. He has a duty to clear the name of the church. Thank you very much, and we'll keep you updated.